Hello. Today I'm just making my way up all my raised garden beds just to see what can come in today. I've really got to get a push on in harvesting before we get too cold here. Also, I will need to plant my garlic sometime in October, and I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, so I have to start really getting some beds cleared. I usually use 2 beds for that. I don't even know if I'll put them here. But dead plants I'm going to pull out, harvest what I can, see what gets cleared day by day right now as the push goes on to October. Here's a good example. This is a cucumber plant. He won't do anything anymore. I can't even get in here anymore. So I'm going... and I just knocked off a green tomato. And another one. Great. This is what I have to clean out. Everything's fallen over from the wind here. And right behind me I can't move because I've got my squash plants. So I'm going to cut this and do it from there. But there's no need of this plant sitting here. Good heavens. Okay. Well, there's 2 funny cucumbers there. One little one that I'll just eat. And I see another one here. I don't even know what it's attached to. But there's no flowers, nothing coming. Oh, I'll get that plant out later. So lots of funny cucumbers. Get out of here. These ones are called Yellow Boy. They're delicious and they grow really well for me here. And I have to keep on top of my sun gold because they're splitting if I don't. So I'm getting them before fully ripe. The red ones are called Scotia, and then I see that I've got one, no, I've got a few of what would be a beefsteak there, not ripe yet. So there's a couple more. I'll give them another day. I'm coming out pretty much every day to check on these tomatoes, but not bad for today. That's bed number 1. Let's move on. Now this bed has my scarlet runner beans. I'm going to leave those on. They're drying. Borage I've been chopping out, but the bees are still loving it, though I don't see any right now. A squash plant that never became anything and never will. Weeds. I don't know what this is. Oh. Goodness. Oh, a beautiful turnip. I didn't even know I had any left. He's perfect. Got onions left over everywhere. I've been holding off getting all of them. Oh, they're even breaking off. Because I'm trying to process indoors, and they're all over the place right now. So I always need to make room. Now these were a green onion, no longer going to eat as a green onion. This is a tiny red bear, and I must have, sometimes I have very tiny ones in my sets that I buy, and I'll just stick them then in my garden bed rather than my main onion bed, and they don't usually amount to too much, but that's cute. Oh, there's the bees. Just wipe these off and hope they're not on nettles. Okay, there's a whole bunch more in there. Oh, I don't think I'm wanting to bring more than this in today. I'll see what I can cook with. And tomorrow when I check on my tomatoes, I'll pick some more onions. It's a daily thing. This morning, by the way, I came out and I've really been making a move on the lettuce that it was about to go anyways. It was getting, you know, tall, not bolting quite yet. The leaves are still pretty good, most of them. And have we been eating lettuce, but really enjoying it. I've been adding everything I can and doing it, trying to do it different ways all the time and with different dressings. It's dirty. Okay. Yeah, I won't do any more of that. I'm going to take this borage leaf out. Bees can still get it there because I see some carrots that are succession plants, grass. This is why I've got to get these beds clear, because I also have to prep them by cleaning out the weeds that have gotten out of hand here, and also topping with manure. Oh, here's a couple of radish pods, not to be eaten, they're too old, but to save for radish seeds. No idea what kind of radish this is, doesn't matter. Take those, and I see some new later greens there. I don't know what they are. An Asian type. Some carrots I'll leave. Parsnip, some chard I'm going to leave for now. Beets, I might get a beet down there. Let me go the other way. Oh, nettles everywhere. Any beets to come in? Yeah, I'll take a couple. Now I've bought beets from the local farmers. I've got 2 bags of them. I don't know what the weight is. Lots of beets. And those I'll be pickling. I don't grow enough myself for pickling. So I'm just going to take in a few to boil. Now I won't eat the beet leaves here, beet greens. They're just too old. Start with those 3 because I'm sure there's more in other beds also. So parsnip, oh, broccoli. I need another basket. Hang on. I need a basket for messy things and one for not so messy. So I'm going to get some of this broccoli. I hope you can hear me over there. Yeah. This, I can see the main head's been cut. This is a second side shoot, but it's lovely, lovely size. And it's got another one here. We've been keeping up with the broccoli. It's been a very good year. Unfortunately, all of us love it, so I can throw it in lots of... There's another one. Beautiful. Okay, back here. Trimming any dead leaves. This looks like it's something not going to make it. I could pull this out, but I'll just leave it because it's a brassica that is probably a cauliflower. And you never know. They don't mind the cold, so it might go longer than I expect. What? There's beets in there buried under that. But the bees are on the borage, so I'm going to leave it for today, but it's coming out really soon. Let's take this onion. Now kale, get some of these leaves out. So the only kale that I have processed so far is Red Russian. So I think I'm going to have to start working on it. We've been eating it, I have mostly, and sneaking it in meals also. They love the soups that I make, the Italian and Portuguese, and there's another one, 2 Italian. But to just eat kale, Bruce and Drew aren't that fond. I've even made kale chips just because I was trimming it all and trying to make sure I'm not wasting anything. And I love a kale chip. So what's this? This is the broccoli I just cut from. I think this plant can come out. Yeah, there's been a lot of cuttings on this broccoli plant, all the side shoots. So at this point, let me get a clipper. I think I'm just going to cut it out. Radishes, to make room. Yeah, still healthy and beautiful, but there's been a lot of cuttings on there. Now here I have, oh, I see a rutabaga, but it's not anywhere close. I have cucumber plants. Okay, these cucumber plants both have tiny cucumbers on them. I'll leave them for a bit. I don't think they're going to do anything. And then I have Brussels sprouts, don't need to come out. Cabbage, no. Some more parsnips. And yellow summer squash, zucchini. I think there's one in here. I'll get it while it's small. Now this next bed, I've just cut a little tiny hot banana pepper, or hot wax, or sweet banana pepper. That's the zucchini. I just harvested the eggplant from here, and I wanted to show you. These are supposed to grow a bit longer. They just aren't doing that for me. And I have to keep my eye on them because they go a bit yellow. I think you might be able to see that. This one looks perfect. This one just had somebody trying to eat it, but he didn't get anywhere. And this one just started to split. So I took 4 of them. There's 2 left. They're smaller. Here are my giganti beans and some scarlet red runner. And they will be staying there because I'm going to try to dry those. A squash plant has maneuvered its way in here from down in my squash bed there. And there's already 2 squash on it. So I'm going to leave that because I'm emptying this bed anyway. I may put the garlic here because it's almost fully emptied. I have... Oh, there's more squash behind me. That plant's crazy. I just have a few more beans drying here that I will bring in. And this bed... will probably be one of the first to be really fully cleared because these aren't going to last any longer. And the squash will come out early October, maybe even earlier this year. It's a different year. So we'll move on up. Now there's not too much going on in this bed that I need to worry about. Here's another broccoli I'm going to take out. Seen its day. Here's a little broccoli head. I'll take that. Maybe leave that plant. Little pepper. I got peppers from these, so I think they're okay. Corn. We'll see what that's going to be like. Make it as celery. I'm sure I'll need to cook, and I've got lots, so maybe I'll just take a whole plant out. This one's still kind of small. I'm going to take this whole plant. And then I've just got some zucchini. Dead leaf. Now let's get those zucchini, and that's this bed. I have leeks, they'll carry on. Brussels sprouts are going to carry on. I've got some young carrots here. And just some coriander, needs a bit more time to, it's almost fully dried. And then I'll take that out just to hang, to grind up for some ground coriander. I'm probably not getting in any of these pictures, but I just want to get some of the harvesting done. I'm going to take this one out, and there's that big one that got away. That looks very odd. Maybe it would have grown more, I don't know, but look, I mean, that's crazy. So now there's another one there. I'm going to leave that one. Okay. So from this bed, okay, the next bed has two tiny squash on each, two plants with a tiny squash on each one of them. This was Rondonese summer squash, two plants. I doubt they're going to produce anymore, but I'm going to leave them because they still look fine. Some more Black Magic kale and celery and Brussels sprouts and a red cabbage, a round one. Beans. I see some beans in here. Yeah, I'll come back and look at the beans for my drying and processing of those, at what stage those are at. Brussels sprouts don't need to be touched. Oh, I might steal some Brussels sprouts actually. I might steal some Brussels sprouts actually, and the Brussels sprout tops look gorgeous. I have a lot of Brussels sprouts here. I just said that like 5 times. I have some in the other end, and I have basically at least one plant, I think, in most beds. So I might steal some of those. More little broccoli florets, really, from the offshoots. This one has produced endlessly. I'd really like to get some of these Brussels sprouts. They look great. It'd be a nice treat because I've got so many. And they're very large down here. So that's beautiful. But I've got so much veg to eat and process. The top looks beautiful too. I don't have any bugs on them or anything at this point. Brussels sprout tops are gorgeous. I'm going to leave that for today. Let's move on. Now. Oh, and there's rutabaga down there. Not ready to come out yet. Now this bed, not a whole lot needs to come out at the moment except for the broccoli florets. And let's see. There's celery, there's strawberry plants I've let go here because I'm going to need replacement for my strawberry bed anyway. Oh boy. And then there's flowers. My perennial garlic I'm picking all the time. Picked 2 yesterday. Cabbage doesn't need to come out. A very, very bad looking cauliflower, which probably won't do anything. I had a couple of cauliflower that were terrible. 2 that were very passable. And I made broccoli cauliflower soup with them. Because they weren't beautiful by any means. But passable. I've got some beans I put in here also, I see. I'm going to have to get those also. And from each plant as I go, I'll just get some kale. So just a closer look at that bed. The perennial garlic, some flowers, some kale. I just took the last of the lettuce out from this corner here this morning. That terrible cauliflower. And I have some, beets hidden down there. I don't know how they are. There's an onion I can see I'll have to get, but celery can stay, so that's good. Now let's go over to the next one. This bed has a corn I'll have to check, a couple of cobs of corn, that's it. A big lovely Brussels sprout, and they're looking lovely too. Soon going to get some of those for sure. This has got a lot of parsnips here. Some more kale. The cabbage I need to get. Yes, I talked about this in my last video. This big beauty. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, gorgeousness. I'm so proud of this cabbage because I don't grow cabbage well. Are you proud for me? Oh, it's beautiful and heavy. Gorgeous. So there's squash plants here. They're winter squash. Not going to do anything. There's onions I'll have to get. There's leeks. There's celery. And I don't think anything else needs to come out here. More cabbage. But it's still growing. These are my buckets that I bring into the garage. Some of them are getting big carrots. Oh, I'll show you these. So these had a hard start. Well, their start was okay, but the drought came just as the wee seedlings were coming up, and they just, wasn't on top of them. I could have come out with a cup of water, I suppose. We had water bends and things like that, so but what is growing now, they're popping right out. So the few that actually hung on are there. I tried to reseed, so they're at all different stages. Look, there's even a tiny one right there. But these are the carrots that will come into my garage and feed me during the winter. Looking nice though. Here's the two beds I said were succession plants. Put this in after my garlic came out, and they're doing really well. I started these little seedlings of brassica indoors. Beets are coming up, don't know if they're going to make it. Lettuce will make it, that'll go long. Loves the cool. And this bed is pretty much a repeat of the same. And some seedlings coming up, and some not. But I did use old seeds too. It's a great way for me to just check. There's going to be some new fresh beans for green beans. And the lettuce coming up. Oh, cucumber, I forgot I put those in there. Nice. I don't know what this is. No. Oh, summer savory, hopefully. My summer savory didn't come up during the drought either, so I put some in here. Lovely, I need it. And then this last bed, I don't think I need to harvest anything. I got a lot of lettuce from here. Not the blown lettuce. This lettuce, well, it still feels soft, but these two lettuces just have to be pulled. It's got some winter squash, little tiny things. They'll be lovely. I don't need celery. I don't need anything else from here. Broad beans, the second flush is just coming from the bottom. I've harvested everything else, but look who just showed up. Isn't he lovely? I did not plant that. It just self-seeded, I guess, from last year. And he's already getting some love. Beautiful. Well, let's take a closer look at what I've harvested today. Some broccoli, some zucchini, maybe one a bit too big, some eggplant, a beautiful turnip, a few beets, hot pepper. I just saw a few more hot pepper to get to. Or they're not. They're hot. They're banana pepper. They're not hot. celery, some kale to work on. This beauty. Oh, I'm in love. Then we got some tomatoes and a few that I knocked off. Cucumbers, onions, and that's about it. Well, I hope your gardens are still producing well for you. It's a great time of year. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Take care. We'll see you soon.